field. They did give him a first down on that last run. And defense has been the story so far as Webb goes through the A-gap. They're with you. It's what sells tickets, right? The offense.
Especially the spring game.
Right. Inside give. Powerful finish.
I think in the last couple years for him at Ohio State and here in Florida last year.
3rd down and 1. Webb will penetrate the line. He'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 43.
Offensive line particularly. But yet I think it has to do more about having success within the construct of the offense.
Mizell unable to catch the pass moments ago from Miller. Zipped across the middle. This time the grab is made. And a gain of 14 yards.
Player that got an opportunity last year at the end of the season to start playing a little bit more. That time does a nice job of finding the hole in the zone. And I'll tell you what, Florida doesn't get a lot of players, but he's actually come down here to the south and done a nice job the last year and a half.
Nice move by Miller.
Did everything to force a give look when they ran the zone read stuff. I don't think you'll see that quite as much, particularly with the talent in the backfield being Johnson and Etienne a little bit more than Miller or Graham Mertz.
It remains 2nd down.
3-year start in the Las Vegas Bowl. The Gators barely scored a point. They needed a field goal as time expired to extend a streak of 30 years of scoring in every single game. Miller said that really has motivated him this offseason, the defenses in beating them as opposed to where his own guys are. And we've seen at times some comfort tonight. That obviously wasn't comfortable with the snap flying over his head and him throwing the ball to me here in the first row. So
penalty, but that's the 2nd or 3rd bad snap we've seen so far tonight. Just has not been as clean based upon what they saw from him out there in the Las Vegas Bowl, which I think is completely unfair. First start, guy coming off, nice little run there.
Talk to me, Carroll.
But as you see, Carroll, nice job on the outside zone and a little hurdle there for the transfer.
It reminded me a little bit of Anthony Richardson in that first start a couple years back.
Yeah. Prove that was not the number 10 that Florida fans can expect this year.
All right, blue team in the red zone. Here we go on first down. Jack Miller surveys. Crosses body wide open, and there it is. Marcus Burke.
To do for a defense is when a quarterback breaks contain. I love quarterbacks that scramble to let receivers uncover. That time, defensive back Jordan Castile having to try to cover for a long period of time.
2 yards. Just under 4.5 minutes, so good rhythm that time, CD. That's what you were looking for in Marcus Burke.
Yeah, again, look at Burke coming across the field. Little corner post, wide open at first, but the extension of the play by Jack Miller allowing his receiver to find the soft spot in the back end for the touchdown. A touchdown. He will get a chance to run with the ones to start the 3rd quarter, going to get that opportunity. So we'll see how this quarterback battle continues to progress. We do expect at some point in time, as you see Etienne bounce outside there, we expect find receivers in the right spot at the right time. Quarterbacks having an opportunity to throw. It's been a very run-heavy play calling for the Orange team to this point.
Yeah, 59 rush yards on that last scoring drive.
Last year, this guy moving into a little bit more of a leadership role with Amari Burney and Ventrell Miller moving on to the next level.
Johnson keeps the play going. Montrell Johnson into plus territory, ushered out near the 40.
I think that's when you have those backs at your disposal with Johnson and Etienne, you're going to feed those guys. It's going to be kind of the flavor of the offense this year in general for Florida. And I think it's such an interesting run game that they're tonight so far. Had a couple big runs, and that's with an offensive line that's depleted a little bit.
Graham Mertz through his progressions has his man, Caleb Douglas. And still on his feet, pounded down near the 15.
Finally gets something going through the air. Nice job, as you said, of Mertz going through his progressions. Finds Caleb Douglas. He's got to secure the football a little bit more as he's going down. Doesn't take a huge hit. Ball comes out and turns a scoring opportunity into a turnover.
And that was your guy, Shamar James, with the recovery.
Again, we saw him make a play around the line.
In Lincoln High School, and let's see what 17 brings to the table. 4-man front, inside give. And Webb.
Going out, it was Anthony Richardson and then a big gap behind him. That's why you saw the play calling conservative sometimes. Didn't necessarily put Anthony Richardson in harm's way a lot to come down here to Gainesville.
Pick up the pressure. This ball going long and incomplete.
Guys, the evaluation of the talent of those guys. Ricky Pearsall won last year. Osiris Torrance, Montrell Johnson. New faces that came in were big-time contributors, and it's a huge get to get number one back, as you mentioned.
More calmness in their minds and understanding what he was able to do at Louisiana. And year two of their system, kind of everybody understands their role for the first time.
Nice.
On cue and a big completion. Inside the 30 to 28, a gain of 19 to Xavier Henderson.
That's what you want to see. Little motion, getting the linebackers sucking up on the play, fake to Etienne, and then the deep over route to Henderson. Nice throw on top. Taking a look at it here. Knows where his receiver is going to be. Got man coverage. Henderson did a nice job of time. Exactly what we were looking for.
That was rhythm by the quarterback and
Correct.
receiver. Pearsall on the screen pass will be sent down quickly. It does.
Efficient. Limited yards per catch.
I don't think that's the goal of this offense this year. Handoff, no gain. It's third down.
Throws from Miller in the first half.
4 minutes ago in the half. Mertz with time. Was standing in the pocket forever and finally escapes with a penalty marker down. And a grab was made.
Picked it up.
He and all coaches would love that in the regular season.
Great, right? Better job of Etienne that time stepping up. Had some pressure from the linebackers. Mertz does a good job of putting his foot in the ground when there's nothing there, making a play down the field for the completion.
10. Graham Mertz on the move. Into the red zone. And Etienne get down to the 6.
The line adjusts a little bit.
All right, now usually call the plays. What should we see here?
Well, great opportunity for them. You know. Nice play. Has created some issues on the inside, right? So this is a guy who played really well for Memphis.
We'll see what Miller can do. Touchdown scoring drive the last time, and he'll spot.
A little bit. Better protection from the running backs has allowed Graham Mertz to make some plays down the field, be a little bit more efficient, have a little bit more rhythm to that offense.
Tough to tackle Cam Carroll.
Do get Mazuka coming in from Baylor, and Cam Waits, another guy that came over from Louisiana with the coaching staff last year. So this is not the offensive line that we're going to see in the fall.
Henderson back deep to receive. Crawshaw punt. And a wobbler will take a bounce. On the conference, really over the course of the next 2 weeks or so. Clean pocket for Mertz. He retreats finally and incomplete, looking for Pearsall.
Puts his foot in the ground and separates, and most importantly, catches the ball consistently.
Johnson, the running back. Mertz steps up. By a little bit of time on the move, and Pearsall corrals it. That'll be enough to move the chains and a gain of 13.
Tonight, as you see some of the protection breaking down, but a good initial job. Do more with the secondary and good coverage. Didn't leave Mertz an opportunity to throw the ball in rhythm.
He'll heave one deep. Pearsall, and incomplete. The coverage
Oh, they called that.
by Jason Marshall.
I don't know about that. His job.
Defense number 3. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Let's remember, though, as big an offensive fan as you possibly could be, but that is not pass interference on the ball that I'm not even sure is catchable.
He pushed off Pearsall. Here we go.
That'll help your 2-minute drive.
Johnson the back. Mertz. So that qualifies a dirty pocket. Running, racing, incomplete.
I haven't seen a ton of wide open guys in the secondary so far tonight, but I think also Mertz is feeling and maybe looking a little bit too much for the pressure.
In coverage. Douglas, remember, had the 27-yard gainer before the fumble that was recovered by Shamar James moments ago. We'll rule him down back near the 40.
Turning quarterbacks in the country, this is a roster that does not necessarily provide a lot of hope for winning more than 6 ball games like he did last year.
Deep ball. Pearsall rises up and grabs it. Stopped inside the 20. Longest play from scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, it looked like the corner was expecting a little safety help. He was playing a little cloud coverage there, forced the outside release, but the safety never came over. And good job by Mertz recognizing the
Full field. He will flank Graham Mertz. Productive start for Graham. First 2 quarters.
You know what you're seeing a lot here? Take a look on the left side of your screen. Is tremendous push right there by by Cam Jackson, getting that.
16 seconds remaining in the first half. Off the back foot, that's a touchdown. Jackson, 2 for 2.
Khalil Jackson on the right, puts his foot in the ground. Mertz knowing the empty spots there, vacated by the safety coming on the blitz. 2 straight catches for Jackson. Former quarterback here out of Gainesville, son of my teammate, as I mentioned, Willie Jackson, a guy that I played with not only at Florida, but at PK.
First Black Scholarship players to play at Florida. How about Mertz on that drive, CD? 4 of 6, 71 yards.
I believe that was Lon Kruger's squad at that point.
Andy Jean with a path and a lane. And a cut. Brought down near the 25.
A lot of coaching at the high school level.
A little ball flip.
A little tough on the receiving team when they think that the ball's out of the back of the end zone there. All of a sudden the return guy ends up with a flip from the coach.
No step away, and Miller fires. Nearly intercepted, and that's where you have to be careful.
Interception at the worst, and possibly a pick 6 going the other way.
Now trying to spot Burke, and Jaden Robinson, blanket coverage, sniffing that one out.
Number 2, getting to the flat, undercutting. Jack Miller did not expect the defender to be in that spot. Got away with one, fortunately for him. Get out of bounds.
Toss underneath, first down. That should be the final play of the half.